Good morning, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to my Facebook Live once again. And my name is Jimmy Cheng. I'm a professional photographer, filmmaker, and an Olympus ambassador. If you're new here, this live stream is all about photography and filmmaking, of course, especially Micro Four Third gears and Olympus. Right, welcome back, and I'm so happy to be here once again. And I do have a lot of things to talk about. If you're new, once again, we do have a schedule. Yeah, I'm trying to angle myself here. Yeah, this is the kind of format we usually follow for my half an hour live stream every morning between Monday to Friday, 11 to 11:30 a.m. GMT London time. So I usually use this opportunity to give a general update, not only for you guys, but also for my friends and family around the world, because this live stream is public, so everybody can see it. So might as well, it's easy, convenient, and then for people who may not have time or in different time zones, they're not awake yet, and then they can see this later on and basically get some. Oh, I'm trying to get my itchy nose. Sorry, I'm back with pardon. And know that we are actually doing fine in London, right? And then we will have a topic of the day, and finally Q&A, question and answer. But like any live stream, and I don't usually apply these strict rules and then when you should ask questions and things like that. You can ask me anytime, because this live stream at the moment in time is not ultra busy, unlike my YouTube channel. So like I will be able to catch your comment as and when it pops up on my little comment box there. Good good morning, Trevor. And so I will be able to answer straight away. So that's all good. And so this is the format we're gonna follow. So I'm gonna start off with today's update. Let me just get rid of this, and oops, hang on a second. There you go. Right, so today update, let's start off with update. So what's going on? Right, nothing much. As you know, if you're in the UK, we are going to have a bit more freedom, let's put it that way, and in terms of exercising and going out, not so much of meeting friends. And I think there's still a lot of debates about what's going on and how and when we can meet people and so forth. And the government's going to have a lot more details in the coming days or even weeks. But at this moment in time, we have no idea exactly what's going on. And we know that we are now can go out not only just for exercise, but to actually go and enjoy the sun in the park. We can even drive to a different place as well if you want. But of course, we have to maintain our social distancing as usual, about 2 meters. So if we so happen to bump into another group that just remember you are supposed to keep that distance away from them. And so yeah, that's the update. In terms of what happening to my YouTube channel. Good morning, Kevin, and good morning. How are you? How was your baby? And so like in the UK, unfortunately, and especially for my YouTube channel, that my usual format is I'm going out to shoot. Going around London, filming my walking tour, run and gun, shooting with models and kind of thing. That won't happen anytime soon until the government can lift the entire social distancing, because Tracy and I don't live in the same household. It's really difficult for her to film me, although that we usually keep about 2 meters distance anyway, because she'll be filming with a separate camera. However, my mother and I will be a little bit more difficult, and so it's not easy just to run the channel in the format that we usually have. So I will have to adapt, but I have a solution. You just have to stay tuned, and I'm currently working out a workaround solution to see what happens. But in terms of outdoor shooting, it's still pretty much restricted, even though I can go out for leisure purposes, maybe enjoy a little bit of sun in the park. But we'll see. I do have a lot of lenses around me, and I can actually do some demonstrations while I'm out and shooting B-rolls. But you won't be able to see any models in my YouTube channel anytime soon, unfortunately. I know all of you guys miss Asali, Zoha, and all the others, but it's really, really difficult for me to get them out, and while maintaining social distance. Oh, maybe I can do like a 300 millimeters f4 Pro lens portrait shoot. Yeah, so she will have to stand a mile away from me to photograph her. That may be an idea. Good afternoon, Burana. How's in Thailand? And very good. Oh wow, cool. A little dinosaur. Kevin, I'm very good. I'm looking very sharp. Thank you very much. I try to look sharp, even though that we don't go out that often. Unlike Hong Kong, like you can still go out. Unfortunately, we cannot. Well, we could, but then it's only for exercising until Wednesday. Tomorrow is the day that we can finally go, and more than just for exercising, we can go out and just do other things apart from meeting friends or family. So yeah, it's still a bit weird that we cannot see our parents. It's I don't want to go into it. I don't want to dig into it because I know it's going to upset a lot of people. Anyway, so we are okay. We generally are doing fine. So I'm hoping that my YouTube videos are going to continue doing something. I'm tweaking the format a little bit at the moment, and I'm working with a lot of different angles and solutions, trying to continue doing things that I love to do, which is actually producing cool and fun videos. So for all of you guys seeing my reviews and stuff like that, yeah, this is my aim. This is my proposal, and my YouTube channel, my own personal YouTube channel, is going to go live hopefully very soon as well. I'm currently having some plans on some other content I want to create. But speaking of content, and I did mention yesterday, it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool because I am going to announce a competition very soon. At the moment, I'm still working with details and working with sponsors, and it's going to be super fun because I want all of you photographers out there and filmmaker to join in. It's really going to be awesome because there will be prizes. Hopefully, once the agreement is done with the sponsors, I will be able to have a prizes for for all of you guys who win the competition. There'll be different categories, so I'm trying to cater for all types of photographers out there. It's not going to be like very detailed, massive, because this is my very first competition that I organized, and it's through Facebook and also through YouTube. So all of you guys who've been watching me, following me, will be able to participate. Or actually, anybody can be. It's an open competition, so anyone can join in. And so we're going to have a panel of judges. I'm trying not to be trying to be impartial. So I won't be participating in judging, but I will be culling and selecting an amount of photos, giving to the judges for them to select the winners. So that will be kind of the gist of it. But I'm still trying to finalize a lot of details, of course, in terms of prices as well. But don't expect huge prices at this moment in time. And this is our first competition. If it's proven to be successful, next year, maybe even the year after, it will be growing bigger and bigger, and you may actually see bigger prices. So that would be awesome, right? So help me out. Spread the word. It's for a little bit of fun, and I think in terms of prices, it's all like more like a goodwill gestures, and for you to participate, your heart will be rewarded and recognized. So hopefully this would be a very fun event, especially during this sort of time, right? Okay, cool. So this is kind of the update I want to give you guys. And actually, one more thing before I move on to our topic of the day is that remember tomorrow. Oh, gee, I think yeah, there we go. I have to click it twice for some reason. Remember tomorrow, 3 p.m., I'm going to have my YouTube Photography 101 live on my Red 35 channel. That I will going to be discussing a new topic this week, and that will be, what would you like to see Olympus develop in the future? So that will be interesting. So I hope you guys can come and have a fun discussion. I already posted the question in my community page, so you can go there and leave some comments. I'll be reading out comments once again. That's like last time. And hopefully it will be more engaging, more fun to participate for all of you. So that will be tomorrow, 3 p.m. GMT London time. So that will be awesome. Cool. Right. Let's do today's topic now. It's a bit kind of appropriate at this time because you should start to think about, what's your plan after lockdown? And I'm actually more suggesting, may not be just photography, but in general, because I would like to talk about this. In terms of me, I'm really eager to just go back out to work once again. And but I'm not entirely sure how feasible that is, and there's just a lot of concerns out there. People are getting anxious about meeting other people or going out in general. But for me, I have always been out doing things, and but I just want to get back to my kind of normal routine. Even though I may not be shooting clients, but at least filming YouTubes or filming videos, it'll just be good for me just to get out, then be creative again. That would be my plan. About traveling, I'm not entirely sure what you think about traveling, and of course, I want to show you some pictures. What do you think, like traveling in general? Like, what would you say? Would you be, like, if there was no travel restriction, would you be going out traveling again? And let me know whether you are confident enough to. Okay, may not be traveling to a separate country, a different country, but even locally within the UK, would you be traveling to a different town? Maybe go to seaside or go to Blackpool, from London or vice versa, whatever. And yeah, would you do that? And when the lockdown is finally lifted, I don't know. What's your view? I think I might. Depends. And of course, social distancing is still going to be a little bit, the concern that people may have. Right, Brianna has a comment here. Pen F2. Leave a comment in my community page. But I'll remember this. That will be a good discussion for Wednesday. That will be really, really cool. So we'll just have to see what sort of plan you may have over the next coming months or weeks. I don't know, weeks maybe, but I think weeks may be too soon. Maybe months. And things that I definitely miss is the ability or the flexibility or freedom to go anywhere you want. And it will be a little bit disappointing from the travel industry point of view because they are losing out so many customers, and even many are struggling, especially airlines. You might have heard about a lot of these even big airlines like Virgin, BA, Air US, all the others are really struggling, and as many of them are announcing like thousands of job cards. In the UK, we're talking about 10,000 in BA, and then Virgin Atlantic, I'm not entirely sure what are they going to do. They already mentioned they are struggling, and in Australia, they got into administrations. There's a lot of things going on, and also not just airline. They are just kind of like the headliner because they are the biggest, and then all the other industries kind of relying on the tourism is going to suffer a lot as well. I really want to go back out and just things are trying to get back to normal a little bit. It really helps in terms of movement wise. That people are used to moving from place to place and going to sightseeing or even work. All these will help moving the economy, because these days, especially like since 20 years ago, ever since travel has become more of a common thing among everybody in the world. Tourism has become such a big industry. It's growing exponentially. There's billions and billions and trillions of dollars. It's an industry as a whole in worldwide. But now we suddenly see the $1 trillion industry shrunk into perhaps only like a few 100,000, if not like 1 million. And it's tough. It is tough because everybody, like tour guides, all the other cafes, restaurants, tour bus companies, taxis, everybody suffered because of the lack of tourism, the lack of people movement. And that will be something to looking forward to, is that travel that I really want to see. And but in the meantime, we may be able to do something like this. Hopefully, I'm looking for, even though I'm not a landscape photographer, yeah. But if I'm able to go out again, I might just take my tripod to seaside and just photograph something like this. I have no idea whether I would actually do it, but I may do it. I'm something that I kind of enjoy. Just like last week, last Friday when I took a weekend off and just went out with my kids on the local lake. Took my camera out. I haven't touched my camera for photo. I didn't done videos, of course. I haven't done it for photos for about 2 months, over 2 months. So it's just such a pleasure, such a relief and refreshing thing to just press that trigger button and hear the shutter sound once again. It just really, really cool, right? And also, just show, even something like boring shots like these, so it will be really I don't know, anything that I can take, just utilize my camera's photography function will be quite a self-relief. Is really something I'm looking for. And Hong Kong, of course, I want to go back to Hong Kong again, and but I think that it's going to be a little bit tricky for me to go back to Hong Kong anytime soon. And even though my dad is still there, I still got relatives there, I would love to go back maybe next year. So hopefully when the travel restriction of not only lifted, but also hopefully there'll be a vaccine, so that means people will be able to go anywhere without any sort of restrictions at all, like not even quarantine and things like that. At that point, I think I'll definitely go back to Hong Kong and pay some visits to my friends and family there. It's almost always taking my family kids as well. Hopefully they will enjoy Hong Kong, because by then they'll be 8 years old. So they're growing so quick. You just never know. Okay. So what about you guys? And let me know whether what do you think about traveling? You know, would you just go back to the beach, local beach, or take some cool sunrise, sunset shots? You know, now at this moment in time, you know, I know a few YouTube content creators. Yeah, they living in the countryside, and a few of them, Mr. Griffins, you know, and if you are Michael Fawcett, landscape photographer, you may have already heard of him. He has a little YouTube channel which is actually quite cool, and he goes around the southwest of England, you know, a lot to do hikes and a lot of landscape stuff. I so admire him because his house is right by the sea, and then he has a lot of locations that he can go to. Not, you know, of course, you know, like by law, you're not really supposed to venture far. But then the thing is, this is his surrounding. He doesn't have anything around him. He was walking around. He's still able to go out and just do something, and that is so cool, right? And then we, unfortunately, in London, it's a little bit more difficult. We live in a more crowded place, and we have a lot of neighbours around, and social distancing is really restrictive in terms of where and when we can go out and kind of thing. Yeah. So Burana, you are okay. You've been there 2 years ago. Oh, Hong Kong. What do you think of Hong Kong, Burana? Do you like Hong Kong? And I love Bangkok. You know, I especially miss the food there, and then food is amazing. If I ever come to Bangkok and Thailand again, you have to take me out to some local places to eat food, because last time when I went there, it was more like a tourist. You know, I have no idea about where to eat and things like that. You know, you'll be able to show me, you know, places to eat and things like that, because I just love the food there. But I know that I wasn't getting the best, so it would be good to have a local to tell me where you know, where is the best place to eat some proper Thai food, yeah, and that'll be good. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take super hot stuff, but then I will try. I definitely will try, so that would be cool. And you plan to go to Singapore? Oh, I know, it's such a shame, right? You know, another thing, my wife has a really really good friend, and in Canada, supposed to come this year, and it's been so many years that she hasn't, or she even her entire family hasn't been to the UK. Yeah, we were looking forward to seeing them, actually meeting them in London, but they cancelled that trip as well because of obviously because of the current situation. All this stuff, right? You know, it's affecting everybody. You know, we've been talking, you know, and for months and or almost a year, talk about, oh, you know, you're going to come over, what are you going to do and things. No, nothing's going to happen now. Yeah, even a lot of my job, the same thing. You know, I know a lot of I'm still doing a couple of weddings supposedly this year, but at this moment in time, my clients haven't contacted me, and one of them is actually my friend's friend, or my friend's sister, and she, I don't know, she hasn't contacted me for quite a few months now. I think she's to kind of play by ear at the moment, see what's going on with the restrictions and stuff, and because we are not actually allowed to go to a registrar and sign your paper and get married at this moment in time. That's still the restriction. You're not supposed to host a ceremony because it's social distancing. We shall see what happens in the next couple of months, because the wedding is not supposed to happen until September. So that's it. Even though in the UK we may have well, we're supposed to have the photography show in March. That one got cancelled and changed to September. At this moment in time, I'm not entirely sure whether we will go ahead with the photography show. I was so looking forward to it because I was the speaker. I was supposed to be the speaker there for 3 different events. So I was supposed to be there presenting 3 different presentations. I'll be hovering around Olympus booth and trying to speak to a lot of you guys, and of you up there and visiting the venue. I have a lot of business meetings set up, you know, and looking forward to my the rest of the years in terms of content creations. And there's a lot of things was planned, but everything's got cancelled. So I don't know, September, that's the target. That's the target. And Trevor here, right? Okay, I spent about 8 hours in Hong Kong, managed to get around the city and eat one of the restaurants. So was it a transit you were doing? And then so you kind of managed to go out for 8 hours, and right, that's not bad. You know, Hong Kong is quite a compact city, so 8 hours would do allow you to go out and do something, come back. But of course, you know, you can't really see anything, but you can actually do some shopping, a little bit shopping, maybe a meal or 2 if you're lucky, depending on the time you go out. So yeah, okay. Did you enjoy travel then? Do you want to go back to Hong Kong? You know, if you do, let me know when, and I may be able to time myself and get and show you around when I'm there. So yep, that would be cool to actually set up a photo walkabout in Hong Kong. You know, I did that many times in Hong Kong. It's fun, you know, especially if you have a group of photographers and we're just walking around to different places. And because Hong Kong is such a lively city, you know, you can get to many places to photograph, and it's a city that doesn't sleep. So that means you can take photo in the early morning, can take photo at night, at night time. You know, there's always something going on. You can practice your skills for nighttime photography, cityscapes, long exposures, all kinds of things you can do in Hong Kong, which is really, really cool. And that is cool. Wow. Okay. So that's you got refunded, Burana, not cash but just credit. Well, at least you didn't lose everything. You know, I think that is a lot of worries to a lot of people who booked their holidays and travel this year. And I know some of the companies, if they go into administration, they may not even be able to get the money back, so they have to claim the travel insurance. But they're still depending on the terms and conditions. You may or may not get anything back. So yeah, you're lucky to at least get some credit. You know, I even personally committed to my personal project that I'm supposed to go to Greenland. I pay my flight tickets already. That also got changed to next year. So like once again, I actually got credit as well. So it's not really a cash refund, but at least I got something. I know that it's still going to happen. At least whenever the restriction comes, lifted, I'll be able to go. So that will be okay. And let's see. Yeah, Trevor, I was looking forward to it as well. You know, like and it will be really, really cool. Yeah, you too. Yeah, it's hard to believe. You know, it's going to go ahead. The photography show is September. I think it's still a little bit too early. So we may not even see photography show in 2020. We probably will see it in 2021, which is next March, which is actually more realistic. You know, and that means that I possibly will be shifted to next March speaker stage. That will be something that I'm still looking forward to it. But instead of this year, I have to wait for an entire year to do the talk. You know, which is okay. You know, I guess it's not too bad. And what are you saying as well? I thought the train from the airport to the city was excellent, very modern. Oh yeah, this is one thing good about Hong Kong is the transportation in Hong Kong is super ultra efficient, and they are by far one of the best transportation system in the world. And this is not because I'm from Hong Kong, but I'm just talking from experience, because you go there, the trains, you know, first of all, is very clean. Second is air conditioned. I know a lot of you guys from Asia, you probably would take it for granted, you know, like all of your stuff is actually air conditioned. But in Europe, you know, we don't have that luxury. You know, our tube is absolutely stuffy and horrible, smelly, and in the summer days, it's just really, really horrible. But in Hong Kong, just the complete opposite. It's nice and bright. The station trains are really clean and also air conditioned, and the station is also air conditioned. So you don't feel stressed when you get in there. You know, that's another thing, right? And also like all the trains are very on time. Most of the time, there's not many kind of broken down train and signal failure that we experience in London. You know, this is our daily life in London in terms of underground. You know, that we always have problems in summer days. You know, traffic signals problem, train broken down, people fall onto the track. You know, all sorts of things. And yeah, it just really, really something, right? And yeah, you like the tram, Barada? The tram is really nice. I mean, if you've never ever been onto a tram, it's a pretty cool thing to do. It's still very original, you know, and it's very narrow steps, very steep steps, and it's not actually very child friendly, or you know, it definitely wouldn't satisfy modern day health and safety, at least in the UK. And but you know, they kept the tram in Hong Kong and running for so many years now, and they're still going strong. And it's something that really you should be trying if you do go to Hong Kong. And it just go from one end to the other end and come back. You know, it's just a very worthy experience. You know, and even like you can just take a camera, because all the tram well, not all of them, but some of the trams actually have the top cut open, so you can actually sit on top of it and just see the city. So yeah, it's really really cool. What do you have as travel? And you really, really, can you get any refund or things like that, or maybe rebook through the hotel? Maybe you can phone up the hotel and see what happened. Obviously they have to be understanding, right? About the situation that we currently have. Just hopefully you can get some credit, maybe even just to change to whenever, and rather than losing out, maybe just pay a little bit of admin fee. Just at least you don't lose it out completely. Just to move it to next year sometime, and all the best on that, and hopefully you get it resolved. And just contact the hotel. I'm pretty sure they should be able to be a little bit more flexible and be more understanding. Yeah, I can't imagine these all this madness going on at the moment about all these cancellations and gigs and concerts, shows, large events all being cancelled. Yeah, we just have to see, especially a lot of these events halls are being converted into Nightingale Hospital, right? The London Excel Centre is now becoming a hospital, and until they actually move out, I don't think anything's going on there. Yeah, so yeah, it's just something, right? Oh, you already rebooked, okay, and right. Oh, come on, man! It's really. I'm hoping they, just to speak to the manager again. I'm pretty sure he said, the reason for me to book is because of the event. If the event keep cancelling, like there's nothing I can do. I do want to come, it's just that I have to go with their schedule, not my schedule. And if there's nothing there, there's no point for me traveling. And that's horrible. That's horrible. Just not good at all. Not good at all. But okay, right, and time's almost up, and it's about half an hour. Remember, tomorrow, 3 p.m., I will have my live photography 101. We're going to talk about Olympus in particular, what sort of thing they should be developing in the future. That will be an interesting discussion, because I think a lot of you guys have a lot of wish lists that you want to splash out, and also just to say out loud, I would like this and that. In Burana already said Pen F2. I think that will be one of my highest list. So that will be quite something to talk about tomorrow. So hopefully we can have some fun tomorrow. I'm gonna have my coffee ready because it's gonna be a long talk. I think I'm anticipating 1 to 1.5 hour long tomorrow. So it's gonna be a lot of talking. So we shall see. We're going to have a nice fun discussion tomorrow, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning once again, 11 to 11:30 GMT London time AM. So tomorrow we'll have a new topic again, so hopefully Brad. And welcome back, looking forward to it. Will you cover the 50 to 200 lens on the roadmap? Well, okay. Let's generalize something, and I can discuss about what the roadmap shows at the moment, but I won't be able to tell you specifically what sort of lenses they will be coming out. For two reasons. First, I really don't know, and second, even if I do know, I would not be allowed to talk about it in public because, of course, I'm being an ambassador. It will break the contract that I signed up with them, and it's a non-disclosure agreement, right? It's an NDA. But I can of course discuss about what I can find online anyway in terms of rumors and stuff like that. I can discuss about rumors. I can even talk about other brands' rumors like Panasonic GX6. I think that will become something, right? And so we can have a fun discussions about everything, the whole Micro Four Third, even photography in general, the whole development since the beginning of 2020, and maybe even that will be the topic for tomorrow. Let's talk about the photography industry in 2020. That would be something to discuss, right? And so that should be quite fun to talk about. So tomorrow is all about Olympus in the afternoon. Tomorrow morning is all about photography industry in general, about 2020. So let's have a fun discussion and see what sort of thing that everybody else is doing, and whether it will affect one another or maybe push one another to, gear up a level, trying to do something different, or trying to suppress other people's in terms of quality, capability, speed, whatever they want to do these days. And let's have a fun discussion about everything in terms of photography. That would be really cool. Gosh, tomorrow I probably won't be able to talk by the end of it, because I'm going to have a live stream in the morning on Facebook right here, right now, and then I have another photography live at 3 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Red 35 Photography. The link will be in my description after this live stream finishes, and that will be cool. Awesome stuff. So thank you guys for joining me once again, and I'm so happy to see all of you, having a nice chat with you guys this morning, and that's all fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning and afternoon, if I won't see you in the morning, hopefully. So anything you want to ask me, leave me a comment, and also if you want to discuss a specific Olympus things, or let me know what you think about what Olympus should be developing for tomorrow afternoon's discussion. Also, feel free to leave a comment down in the description, or sorry, comment box here. And also, if you wish, go to leave a comment in my YouTube channel community page, Red 35 Photography. I already posted up there, so you could just basically comment back, and I will be able to see some comments there, and we can discuss all about it. How about that? Okay, so I will see you guys soon, and until tomorrow, have a nice and happy day, because it's sunny outside again, once again in London. So hopefully it's sunny wherever you are as well. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.